Hey, it's Brad Stevens here, and in this video, I just want to give a very quick demo of the Audience Draw software. Okay, so the software has three components. The first is the graph search draw, the second is the interest draw, and the third is a post draw. And basically, it's a 3-in-1 Facebook market research tool. Alright, so the first thing I want to jump into is the graph search draw. As you can see, users can go into the graph search draw, and they're presented with a drop-down menu for the different criteria. So the first one they can go for is pages. Click on next, and they're given a whole bunch of graph search string templates they can go and fill in extremely easily. Now, the main issue with graph search, in Facebook, is it can be hard to construct with all the different variables that can come into play, in what order, what words come after each variable to make it a proper constructed string. And basically we've added these templates in to make it extremely easy for them to just go and fill in their variables, execute their search, and be able to do their market research very, very quickly and effectively. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to use the first one for the purpose of this video. Select people, and this is directly tied in with the Facebook API. So when they start typing in their keyword, it's going to go and it's going to go pull Facebook pages directly from Facebook. So I can go ahead and let's say Batman memes. Okay, click on next, and it's going to bring them to step 3, the finalize search tab, and they can go ahead and they can save this audience or this specific graph search string for future reference, and that will be available from the dashboard tab. But what's really cool is instead of copying and pasting this into Facebook manually, they can click on search and it's going to execute it for them within Facebook. Okay, and as you can see, it comes up with all Batman related stuff. And this can be used, okay, so this graph search tool can be used for researching niches. It can be used for finding crossover niches. So for example, if you had a action sports brand and you were looking for different niches or interests to target, or perhaps some competitors, all you have to do is go to the define search stage, and you can go and you can select people who are older than, let's say, 25, who like surfing and skateboarding. And what you're going to be provided with is a list of Facebook pages that basically are liked by people who like surfing and skateboarding. So as you can see, that's directly correlated with an action sports brand, and you can see it'll give you some niche ideas, it'll give you perhaps some new interest to target in your ads, and it's pretty powerful stuff. Okay, and the next thing I want to cover is the different criteria. So then there's favorite interests. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole search process again because I just went through it. It's the same for every single criteria. So favorite interests actually only provides interest within Facebook. So they can look for overlapping interests. Once again, for the action sports niche, let's say you're selling GoPros on Amazon or a generic, and you want to look for that type of audience. All you have to do is type in the favorite interests of people who like wakeboarding and surfing. Then what it's going to do is it's going to give you only interests that are related to your graph search. So it's a great way of drilling deep into your core demographic to make sure your ad performs very, very well. And then you've got groups and places. Groups is great for people who market in a way where you look for groups in your niche, you join it, and you do product posts within the group. So that's another way of marketing. Let's say Amazon products, you join a action sports group and you post your Amazon generic action sports camera in there and try and make some sales through there. So that's just one strategy. There's lots of strategies with groups, but this is a great way of digging them up. Okay, next up we've got the interest draw. This is one of my favorites. extremely powerful little module here. All the user has to do, okay, before I jump into this, I just want to give you a bit of background. With most other softwares, what you do, and actually the manual way of doing research, you enter a keyword, it searches for a whole bunch of Facebook pages, and then you have to copy and paste those into your Facebook Ads Manager and hope that the ones you've selected can actually be targeted. And in smaller niches, this can be quite an issue because